Under a canopy of cherry blossoms, each petal like a whisper of the past, Aiko stands by the sea. Her eyes trace the horizon with a mix of yearning and resignation, the waves reflecting the soft pink hues of the blossoms above. The waves still. "Call his name," she murmurs, her voice barely rising above the gentle lapping of the tide. Her fingers brush against a faded photograph, a captured moment of Taro, forever young, smiling against a backdrop of sunlit waves. Hana stands silently. Beside her, her presence a quiet anchor in the swirl of emotions. "Aiko," she starts gently, searching for words that could ease her friend's sorrow. "Do you think he hears you?" Aiko turns, the sea breeze tugging at her hair like a playful spirit, and meets Hana's gaze. "I don't know," she replies, a sad smile ghosting her lips. "But the sea, it feels alive, as if it's trying to speak." Hana looks out at the vast expanse, her own heart heavy with empathy. "It's strange, isn't it? How the ocean can hold so much, so many stories." Her voice trails off, carried away by the wind. Aiko nods, her eyes drifting back to the photograph. "He loved the sea, you know. Said it was where he felt most alive." Her fingers, delicate and trembling, trace the edges of Taro's face, as if attempting to hold on to a memory that slips like sand through her grasp. They stand together, two silhouettes against the expanse of water, the cherry blossoms falling like tears. The silence between them is filled with the gentle rustle of leaves, the distant call of a lone seagull, and the rhythmic sighing of the ocean. "It's hard," Hana finally says, her voice a soothing balm against Aiko's raw wound. "Hard to let go of the ones we love." Aiko exhales, a breath that carries years of longing and loss. Yes, but maybe, just maybe, the sea carries him now, carries him to places unknown. She pauses, the weight of her words hanging in the air. And maybe he whispers back through the waves. Hana reaches out, her hand a comforting presence on Aiko's shoulder. "He is part of the sea now, Aiko. Perhaps that's how he'll always be with you." The sun begins its descent, casting long shadows across the shore. Aiko closes her eyes, feeling the sun's warmth on her face, and listens closely. The waves, in their endless cycle, seem to echo with a gentle melodic whisper, an eternal lullaby, sung by the sea. The twilight air bathes the shrine in a soft, ethereal glow as Aiko steps quietly between the ancient trees, her sandals whispering against the moss-covered path. The shrine stands resolute, a guardian of secrets and stories woven through time, its wooden beams holding the weight of countless prayers. Aiko pauses at the entrance, taking a deep breath, feeling the hum of an unspoken energy that envelops her like a gentle embrace. "It's peaceful here," she murmurs, her voice barely above a whisper, as if not to disturb the spirits lingering in the shadows. The wind stirs, carrying with it the faint scent of incense mingled with cherry blossoms, a fragrance both haunting and familiar. Aiko closes her eyes, letting the breeze caress her cheeks, and for a fleeting moment she hears it. Taro's voice carried by the wind, melodic and tender. "Aiko." The voice is but a whisper, a gentle echo that dances among the rustling leaves. She opens her eyes, searching the twilight for any sign, any glimpse of the one she lost. Her heart quickens, a tremor of hope mingling with the ache of longing. "Is it you, Taro?" Silence greets her, save for the rustling of leaves and the distant call of a nightingale, yet the sensation lingers, an invisible thread connecting her to a world just beyond reach. Aiko steps forward, tracing the old wooden beams with her fingers, feeling the warmth of countless prayers seep into her skin. "They say the boundary between worlds is thin here," she recalls softly, her voice a thread in the tapestry of dusk. A sudden gust swirls around her, lifting cherry blossom petals into a gentle dance. They twirl and spin, a chorus of pink against the deepening twilight sky, and Aiko watches, mesmerized, as they form a delicate spiral at her feet. She kneels, gathering a single petal in her palm, feeling the weight of its symbolism. The past and present, intertwined like threads, she muses, holding the petal to her heart, where Taro's memory beats strong and steady. Her gaze shifts to the shrine's altar, a place where offerings of rice and sake rest in quiet reverence. Aiko steps forward, her resolve quietly tested. She closes her eyes once more, whispering a prayer to the spirits that dwell in this sacred place. Guide me. Help me understand. The wind sighs through the trees, a gentle lullaby that wraps around her like a comforting embrace. Aiko stands, her heart filled with both yearning and a newfound strength, ready to walk the path laid out before her. The twilight deepens, painting the sky with hues of indigo and gold, as Aiko approaches the shrine, her steps deliberate and her heart heavy. The ancient stones, worn by time and weather, whisper stories of those who have come before. As she reaches the top of the path, Aiko pauses, feeling the air vibrate with a silent promise. The cherry blossoms dance, caught in a wind that seems to breathe secrets. Aiko, Yuki's voice breaks the stillness, gentle yet firm, like the tide's ebb and flow. Aiko turns to see her friend standing by the shrine's entrance, her silhouette framed against the waning light. What draws you here tonight? The past and the hope of understanding, Aiko replies softly, her eyes meeting Yuki's with a silent plea. Sometimes, it feels as if Taro is just beyond the waves, waiting, calling. Yuki's gaze is steady, filled with compassion and an ancient knowing. She steps closer, her presence like the calm after a storm. There is a tale, old as these. Stones, she begins, her voice a melodic lullaby, of a fisherman who lost his way at sea, yet found his path home guided by a spirit, the spirit of the sea. Aiko listens, each word wrapping around her like a protective embrace. The sea takes, Yuki continues, but it also gives. It is a guardian of love and loss, a keeper of our deepest truths. It guides those who seek, and listens to those who dare speak. Aiko nods, absorbing the wisdom like the earth absorbs rain after a long drought. Her hand reaches out to touch the cool surface of the shrine's stone, feeling the pulse of history beneath her fingertips. The boundary between the worlds seems to waver, thin as a whisper. What does the spirit reveal? Aiko asks, her voice a fragile thread woven into the dusk. Only what your heart already knows, Yuki answers, her eyes reflecting the gathering shadows. But it can show you the way. To hold on and let go. To heal. Silence stretches between them, not empty but full. Full of unspoken words, shared sorrows, and the gentle rustle of the blossoms. The shrine stands as a sentinel, witnessing their quiet communion. Aiko inhales deeply, the scent of cherry blossoms mixing with the salt of the sea. Then I must listen, she whispers, conviction seeping into her bones. I must find the courage to hear. Yuki smiles, a beacon in the approaching night. And I will walk with you, wherever this journey leads. Friend. Together they stand, two figures against the twilight, bound by friendship, guided by the whispers of the sea. The mist clings to the village like an ancient shroud as Aiko steps onto the familiar path leading to the shore. Her feet move with purpose, yet her heart treads a delicate line between hope and despair. Hana, her ever-present companion, joins her side, her laughter dancing like sunlight between the looming clouds. Aiko, Hana begins, her voice light. Have you ever noticed how the sea never truly rests? She skips ahead, her footsteps barely leaving imprints on the damp sand. It's always moving, like it's whispering secrets. Aiko follows, her eyes tracing the waves. Yes, she murmurs, her voice mingling with the soft roar of the surf. secrets only the sea knows. Her fingers brush against the pocket where Taro's photograph rests, a talisman of memories. Hana turns, her smile a gentle beacon. "You should teach the sea to rest sometimes," she teases, her laughter a melody of hope. Aiko attempts a smile, though it wavers, her thoughts tugged by the rhythmic pull of the ocean. If only it were so simple, Hana. Her gaze drifts back to the horizon, where the sky and sea blur into an endless expanse. "Sometimes I feel the sea holds answers. Answers I must find." Hana steps closer, her warmth a comforting presence. "You mean about Taro?" Aiko nods, the mention of his name a bittersweet echo in her heart. His voice, "I hear it in the waves," she confesses, her words fragile, carried by the wind. "It's as if each whisper is meant for me." Hana's expression softens, understanding woven into her eyes. "Aiko, maybe it's time to listen. Truly listen." They walk in silence, the mist wrapping them in its embrace, a silent witness to their shared solitude. The sea's whispers grow louder, a chorus that beckons, urging Aiko to step closer, to lean into its embrace. "Hana," Aiko breathes, her resolve strengthening with each step. "I need to understand what the sea is trying to tell me." Hana nods, her trust in Aiko unwavering. "Then listen, Aiko, and let the sea speak its truth." Together they pause at the water's edge, Aiko's heart a fragile vessel of hope and grief. The waves lap at her feet, their touch gentle as if to say, within the depths lie stories untold, waiting to be discovered. Aiko closes her eyes, surrendering to the moment, to the whispers that weave a tapestry of love and loss across the vast, undulating sea. Aiko stands at the edge of the sea, the mist clinging to her skin like a gossamer shroud. Her eyes trace the tumultuous waves, heart heavy with memories of Taro. She turns to Hana, who stands by her side, laughter temporarily silenced by the weight of the gathering storm. The sky is a mosaic of swirling grays, the air thick with a sense of foreboding. "Do you hear it?" Aiko asks, her voice barely above the whisper of the wind. "The thunder," Hana replies, tilting her head to the sky. "No. The sea," Aiko murmurs, her gaze never leaving the horizon. "It calls to me." Like he did. Hana touches Aiko's arm, grounding her in the present. "Perhaps it's just the storm, Aiko. Storms have a way of stirring memories." Aiko nods, but her heart insists otherwise. The waves speak a language she is only beginning to understand. As the tempest draws closer, the wind rises, whipping at their clothes, sending salty spray against their faces. Aiko feels an inexplicable pull, a compulsion to listen, to seek what lies beneath the surface. "Shall we head back?" Hana suggests, concern creasing her brow. The sky darkens further, as though the world is holding its breath. "No," Aiko replies, her voice firm, resolute. "I need to stay, just for a little while." Hana watches her with a mix of worry and affection. "Then I'll stay with you." Suddenly, the heavens open, rain cascading in sheets, blurring the line between sea and sky. Aiko closes her eyes, the deluge mingling with her tears. In the chaos, she hears it. Taro's voice, clearer than before, cutting through the roar. "Aiko, find the truth," it echoes, a promise, a plea. Her heart clenches, the words resonating with a truth she can no longer ignore. "Did you hear that?" she asks, eyes wide, searching Hana's face for confirmation. Hana's expression softens. "I only hear the storm, but maybe it's your heart speaking." Aiko nods, the chill of the rain forgotten, replaced by a determined warmth. "I have to know, Hana. I have to find what he meant." As the storm begins to abate, Aiko feels a newfound resolve, a fire kindled in the depths of her soul. She turns back to the sea, letting its whispers guide her, a journey not just of discovery, but of understanding. The air is thick with the scent of rain-soaked earth as evening descends on the village. Aiko paces along the edge of the shrine, her thoughts a turbulent sea mirroring the storm that left her trembling. She pauses, her gaze drawn to the waves breaking against the rocky shore, a relentless echo of her heart's turmoil. Yuki approaches, her footsteps soft, like whispers in the dusk. "Aiko," she calls, her voice resonating with a calm that only years of wisdom bestow. Aiko turns, her eyes searching Yuki's face, seeking solace in the elder's presence. "You look troubled, my dear," Yuki observes, her gaze gentle as the moonlight, filtering through the canopy. Aiko nods, her voice a fragile thread. "I heard him, Yuki." Taro's voice in the storm. It was as if he was there, guiding me. Yuki smiles faintly, the kind of smile that knows more than it reveals. "The sea is a keeper of secrets, Aiko. Sometimes it speaks to those who are willing to listen." Aiko's brow furrows, the weight of her doubt pressing down. "But how do I know if it is him, or simply my own longing?" Yuki steps closer, her presence a balm against the chill of uncertainty. "There is an old legend," she begins, her voice weaving through the air like a gentle breeze, "of the spirit of the sea, a guardian of love and loss. It appears to those who stand on the edge of despair, offering a glimpse of truth." Aiko's breath catches, her heart quickening at the promise hidden within Yuki's words. The spirit. What does it reveal? Yuki's eyes meet Aiko's, a connection formed in the silence between them. It is said that the spirit reveals the heart's deepest truths, truths that we often hide from ourselves. Aiko inhales sharply, her chest tight with a mix of fear and hope. And what if I don't like what I see? Yuki reaches out, her hand resting gently on Aiko's shoulder. The journey is not easy, but it is necessary. Only by facing our fears can we find peace. Aiko closes her eyes for a moment. The rhythm of the waves a steady pulse in her ears, grounding her. She opens them, a new determination lighting her gaze. "Then I must seek the spirit," Aiko declares, her voice firm despite the tremor beneath. Yuki nods, a proud glimmer in her eyes. "Yes, Aiko, and remember, you are never alone. The sea is vast, but it is full of stories. Stories like yours and mine." Aiko smiles, a quiet gratitude warming her heart as she turns back to the sea, the path ahead unfolding like the cherry blossoms in spring. The moonlight casts a silver glow over Aiko's room, the gentle whisper of the sea barely audible. Through the open window, her breath steady, she drifts into a dream world where the boundaries of reality blur like ink on parchment. There, on the shore, Taro stands, his figure framed by the endless horizon, a serene smile gracing his lips. "Aiko," he calls, his voice, a gentle murmur that carries the tenderness of the evening breeze. "Why do you linger in the shadows of yesterday?" She steps toward him, her heart a fragile bird trapped in the cage of her past. "Taro, I don't know how to let you go. I fear losing you forever." Taro's gaze holds hers, deep as the ocean and full of understanding. To let go is not to forget. It's to embrace the love that remains, the love that never fades. Aiko's eyes glisten with unshed tears, her voice a whisper. But every wave, every breeze, it echoes your name. How do I hold on without holding you? He reaches out, his hand a comforting presence she yearns to touch. Our love, it is like the sea, boundless, eternal. You must let go to truly hold on. My spirit lives in every whisper of the wind, every cherry blossom that falls. The dreamscape shivers with his words, the air thick with an unspoken promise. Aiko closes her eyes, feeling the truth nestle into her heart, a seed of hope taking root. I see now. You are part of everything, part of me. Forever. Taro nods, his form shimmering, becoming one with the night sky. Remember me with peace, Aiko. Let your heart be free. As the dream fades, Aiko awakens, the room dimly lit by the soft glow of dawn. She sits up, inhaling deeply, the scent of cherry blossoms mingling with the salty tang of the sea. Her heart feels lighter, a weight lifted, a new understanding illuminating the path ahead. She rises, moving to the window where the first light of day kisses the ocean's edge. "Thank you, Taro," she murmurs, her voice a ribbon of gratitude carried out to sea. The waves answer with a gentle rhythmic lullaby, a promise of solace and continuity. In this moment, Aiko feels a profound shift, a release of the past's grip, and the embrace of a love that transcends time and space. The journey of healing unfolds before her, luminous like the break of dawn. The sun sets behind a veil of wispy clouds, casting a gentle glow over the ancient shrine. Aiko and Yuki stand before the weathered altar, the air tinged with the sweet fragrance of incense. Cherry blossoms flutter, around them like whispers from another world. "Aiko," Yuki murmurs, her voice carrying the weight of years. The spirit of the sea listens. It hears the cries of those seeking peace. Aiko nods slowly, her heart heavy yet poised for flight. She reaches for the incense, her fingers trembling with anticipation. "How do I begin?" she asks, her voice a fragile thread in the twilight. "With intention," Yuki replies, her gaze steady. "Speak from your heart. Offer your prayers to the spirit and let the sea carry them." Aiko closes her eyes, the warmth of Yuki's presence like a comforting embrace. She lights the incense, the flame flickering like a tiny beacon in the gathering dusk. The smoke curls upward in delicate spirals, a bridge between the mortal world and the ethereal. "O spirit of the sea," Aiko whispers, her words a gentle plea, "I seek your wisdom, your solace. Help me find the peace that eludes my grasp." The cherry blossoms swirl in a dance, carried by an unseen breeze. Aiko breathes deeply, her heart opening like a blossom under the sun. She feels the energy of the shrine, an ancient pulse that resonates with her own. Yuki steps forward, her hands guiding Aiko's in a ritual of offering. "The sea holds many secrets," she says softly, "but it also reveals them to those who listen. Trust in its currents." Aiko feels a connection, a thread uniting her to the spirit world. Her breath deepens, the rhythm of the sea echoing in her chest. "Will it always hurt?" she asks, the rawness of her grief laid bare. "No," Yuki answers, her voice a balm. "In time, the pain becomes memory, and memory becomes strength." They stand in silence, the world around them hushed and expectant. The incense smoke weaves through the air, carrying Aiko's prayers to the depths of the sea. In the quiet aftermath, a profound stillness settles over Aiko. Her heart, once burdened, feels the stirrings of hope. The cherry blossoms, caught in a gentle breeze, seem to nod in understanding. "Thank you," Aiko breathes, her voice an echo of gratitude, "for guiding me." Yuki smiles, her eyes filled with the wisdom of the ages. "Your heart knows the way, Aiko. Trust it." Together, they linger in the waning light, the spirit's presence a gentle promise of healing yet to come. The night cradled Aiko in its tranquil embrace, the soft lull of waves a symphony against the backdrop of stars. In sleep, she drifted beyond, the veil of dreams, the air around her shimmering with an ethereal light. There, the spirit of the sea emerged, a phantasmal figure woven from moonlight and shadow, its presence both imposing and serene. "Why do you linger between the worlds, child of the shore?" The spirit's voice resonated, rich with the ocean's depth. Aiko stood before it, her heart trembling like the cherry blossoms in the wind. I seek peace. A way to hold on to him. Aiko's voice wavered, her soul laid bare in the presence of the Spirit. Your journey is not to forget, but to remember with peace. The Spirit intoned, its words a gentle tide lapping at the shores of her heart. To love is to accept the ebb and flow, the rhythm of the heart and sea. The Spirit's gaze was deep, infinite, as if it held the secrets of the universe. Aiko felt the weight of its wisdom, her mind stirring with the echoes of Yuki's tales. The fisherman's spirit, the guardian of love and loss. But how? Aiko's breath hitched, a soft plea in the night's stillness. Release your grief. Let it merge with the water, the wind. With every blossom that falls, the Spirit whispered, its form undulating like the restless ocean. In letting go, you shall find him anew. In the rustling leaves, the whispering waves. Aiko nodded, her tears mingling with the Spirit's luminescent glow, an offering to the sea's vast memory. I feared losing him forever, she admitted, the confession a soft ripple in the dream's fabric. He lives within you, within the world he loved, the Spirit assured, its compassion as boundless as the sea. Your love transcends the veil of death, a bond unbroken by time or tide. Aiko's heart swelled with a burgeoning understanding, a gentle tide washing over the sands of her sorrow. Thank you for showing me the way, she murmured, her voice a delicate breeze. The Spirit of the sea, satisfied, began to fade, its form dissolving into the night's gentle caress. Your journey continues, child, it murmured, a final echo in the vastness of her dream. As dawn's first light kissed the horizon, Aiko awoke with a newfound lightness, the Spirit's wisdom a guiding star, her heart buoyed by the promise of healing. A gentle breeze stirs the cherry blossoms, their petals drifting like soft whispers across the shore. Aiko stands at the water's edge, her heart a tapestry of emotions. She holds a faded photograph of taro and a single delicate cherry blossom. The sea murmurs, its waves lapping with a tender pull. Aiko takes a deep breath, feeling the cool mist on her skin. Aiko, the waves, they still call to me. The horizon stretches beyond her gaze, infinite and unknowable. She steps forward, the sand cool beneath her feet, her spirit tethered between the past and the present. Aiko, Taro. I've clung to you like the tide to the shore. She pauses, her fingers brushing the photograph, tracing Taro's familiar smile. The cherry blossom quivers in the breeze, a symbol of fleeting beauty and eternal return. Aiko, I've come to understand. Holding on is not the way to honor you. She wades into the water, feeling the gentle pull of the tides urging her forward. Each step is a dance with memory, each ripple a conversation with the past. She lifts the photograph to her lips, a silent kiss of farewell. Aiko, you are in the sea, in every wave, in every whisper of the wind. Aiko looks out over the vast expanse, the sea stretching like a canvas woven with the threads of time. She opens her hand, the photograph drifting from her grasp to float upon the water's embrace. Aiko, I release you, but you will always be with me. The photograph dances atop the waves, carried gently by the ebb and flow until it is but a shimmer on the horizon. Aiko watches as it becomes one with the sea, her heart lightened by the act of letting go. Aiko, in every cherry blossom, in every breath of the ocean, you are there. The cherry blossom, too, is released, joining the photograph in its journey. Aiko steps back, feeling the cool water recede around her feet, as if the sea itself whispers its gratitude. Aiko, farewell, my love. She steps away from the water, the weight of her grief transformed into a tender memory. The sky begins to blush with the hues of twilight, the world around her a symphony of colors and light. Aiko turns, her heart buoyed by the knowledge of Taro's eternal presence in every wave, every petal, every breath of the sea breeze. She walks back towards the village, leaving footprints that are quickly kissed away by the tide. The lanterns flicker gently, bobbing on the waves like stars brought to earth. Aiko stands at the shoreline, her deep sigh a prayer carried to the heavens. The villagers gather around her, a sea of faces reflecting the soft glow, faces etched with love, loss, and the gentle acceptance of both. Each lantern is a vessel of memory, sent forth to light the path for those who have journeyed beyond. Hana steps to Aiko's side, her voice a soft murmur against the lull of the tide. The sea holds our stories now. Doesn't it? Yes, Aiko replies, her heart swelling with the rhythm of truth. And it whispers them back to us, in every wave. Their words weave a tapestry of shared longing, the air thick with the scent of cherry blossoms falling like blessings from the sky. Yuki joins them, her eyes full of quiet wisdom. Tonight, we remember and celebrate. Taro's spirit dances among us, in every lantern's light. Aiko nods, her fingers brushing the water's edge, feeling the cool embrace of the sea. He is here, in the wind, in the waves, and in us. The villagers, sensing the depth of the moment, begin to release their lanterns one by one, each a beacon of love, floating serenely into the night. Aiko watches them go, her heart a tide of emotion, each lantern a story, each flame a heartbeat. Look, Hana whispers, pointing to a lantern that shines a little brighter. Do you think that's Taro's? Aiko smiles softly, her eyes shimmering with unshed tears. I believe it is, guiding us, as he always did. Yuki, with a gaze that sees beyond the visible, clasps Aiko's hand. The spirit of the sea has blessed this night, and our hearts. The ceremony unfolds, a dance of light and shadow where the living meet the departed, in a silent communion. Aiko inhales, the sea air filling her with a profound calm. She feels Taro's presence around her, as palpable as the sand beneath her feet. As the last lantern drifts into the darkness, the villagers sing a hymn of farewell, their voices rising and falling like the tide. Aiko joins in, her voice steady, her heart resolute. The song carries them through, a bridge between worlds, between what was and what will be. With the final notes, Aiko feels a release, the weight of sorrow lifting like mist at dawn. She turns to Hana and Yuki, her smile radiant. We are not alone. Not now. Not ever. Together they stand, three figures embraced by the night, their silhouettes etched against the starlit sea, a testament to enduring love, resilience, and the gentle promise of new beginnings. The air is still as Aiko stands at the water's edge, her heart a mosaic of love and release. The photograph of Taro cradled in her hands, a cherry blossom resting atop. She breathes in deeply. The sea. It knows our secrets, she murmurs, her voice carrying a gentle resolve. Hana, close beside her, touches her arm. Do you feel him here? She asks softly, her eyes searching Aiko's face. Aiko nods, her gaze fixed on the horizon. Yes, in the waves, in the wind. He's everywhere, Hana. The villagers gather behind them, their lanterns flickering like stars fallen to earth. Yuki steps forward, her presence serene, a guiding light. Tonight, we honor Taro, she says, her voice steady amidst the murmurs of the crowd. We celebrate the love that binds us, even beyond this world. Aiko closes her eyes briefly, feeling the warmth of the lanterns on her skin, the whispers of the sea enveloping her. It's time, she says, a conviction in her voice that surprises even her. She wades into the water, each step deliberate, the coolness seeping through her sandals, grounding her. The sea laps gently at her ankles, as if welcoming her offering. With a tender farewell, she releases the photograph. It floats momentarily, a sepia dream upon the waves before the sea embraces it in its tender depths. Aiko watches, her breath catching. "Goodbye, Taro," she whispers, her heart lightening with the weight of her words. The village, a chorus of gentle voices, begins to sing an old song of remembrance, their lanterns casting golden reflections that dance across the water. Yuki turns. To the gathered crowd, her smile warm, embodying the spirit of connection that has weaved its presence among them. In celebrating Taro, we honor all who came before and all who will come after. Aiko returns to the shore, the water's embrace. Lingering on her skin, her heart stilled in a profound peace. Hana reaches for her hand, their fingers intertwining. "He's not gone," Hana says, her eyes glistening with shared understanding. "No," Aiko replies, her voice a gentle affirmation. "He lives in every wave, every blossom." The spirit of the sea, unseen yet felt, whispers its approval in the soft rustle of the cherry blossoms above, satisfied with the understanding that now blooms within Aiko's heart. As the song carries on the air, quiet and eternal, Aiko stands amidst her village, not alone, but held by a tapestry of love, woven through time and tide. Under the arch of cherry blossoms, Aiko walks beside Hana, the soft petals falling like whispers from the heavens. Their footsteps tap a gentle rhythm against the earth, a melody of renewal and hope. Aiko's face carries a serenity, a quiet strength newly discovered as she glances toward the sea's horizon. "He is with us," Aiko breathes, her voice caressing the air like a tender lullaby. Her eyes, once shadowed with grief, now shimmer with the quiet luminance of understanding. Hana nods, sensing the change in her friend, the lightness that has replaced the burden of sorrow. "I can feel it too," she replies, her words a soft echo in the tranquil morning. "It's as if he's in every breeze that brushes past us." Aiko pauses, lifting her gaze to the sky, where clouds drift lazily like dreams. The world feels different, fuller, she muses, each word an exploration of her renewed spirit. Every cherry blossom seems to carry his laughter. Their path winds through the village, where familiar faces greet them with smiles, the warmth of their presence a balm for Aiko's heart. She stops by a vendor, her fingers brushing over a delicate cotton scarf. "This was Taro's favorite color," she murmurs, the memory sweet yet no longer tinged with pain. Hana observes quietly, her heart swelling with hope for Aiko's newfound joy. "It's like he's left a part of himself everywhere," she says, her eyes meeting Aiko's in shared understanding. Aiko nods, her smile soft and reminiscent of the dawn. "And through him, I found parts of myself I thought were lost," she replies, her voice steady and calm. "His love taught me to seek beauty, even in goodbyes." As they continue their walk, the village blossoms with the promise of spring, the gardens vibrant, the air alive with the scent of renewal. Children run past, their laughter a lively stream weaving through the stillness. "He is here," Aiko says, again her hand reaching to catch a falling petal. "In the laughter of children, in the rustle of leaves, he watches over us." Hana squeezes Aiko's hand, her touch a thread of comfort linking them to the present. "And we honor him by living fully," she whispers, her words like a gentle vow. Together, they wander under the cherry trees, their spirits lifted by the unspoken bond they share. An unbreakable testament to the love that transcends worlds, a jitaot, love that continues to blossom with each passing season. The village gathers under the canopy of cherry blossoms, their petals whispering secrets of seasons past. Yuki stands at the center, her presence serene and knowing. "We have endured and remembered," she begins, her voice weaving through the crowd like a gentle breeze. "But today, we celebrate." Aiko stands beside Hana, her heart light, her spirit unburdened. She watches as villagers share stories, their words mingling with the rustle of leaves. "I can feel taro here," she murmurs, her gaze softening with the warmth of memory. Hana nods, her eyes reflecting the joy of new beginnings. "He is part of us now," she agrees, her laughter bright as the sun. Yuki steps forward, her hands cradling a delicate branch of cherry blossoms. "These petals," she says, holding them aloft, "they remind us of life's fleeting beauty and the love that binds us beyond time." The villagers nod, their hearts resonating with the truth of her words. Aiko feels the pulse of this shared understanding, a tapestry of connection woven through their lives. As we move forward, Yuki continues, her voice a gentle embrace, "Let us honor those we have lost by living fully, by cherishing each moment." Her eyes meet Aiko's, a silent acknowledgement, passing between them. Aiko feels the strength of the village surrounding her, a community drawn together by love and loss. Hana, ever playful, steps into the circle, her energy a beacon of hope. "Let us not forget the laughter," she declares, her eyes sparkling like the sea at dawn. The crowd chuckles, their spirits buoyed by her lightness. "For laughter," she adds, a conspiratorial wink in Aiko's direction, "is the thread that mends our hearts." Aiko smiles, her heart swelling with gratitude. "And with laughter," she echoes, "we find our way back to joy." Her words linger in the air, a promise held in the gentle sway of cherry blossoms. Yuki, satisfied, gestures for the villagers to join hands. "Together, we create a legacy," she proclaims, her voice carrying the weight of wisdom. One of love, resilience, and renewal. The circle tightens, a collective heartbeat echoing through the quiet of the evening. As the gathering disperses, Oko lingers by the shore, watching the lanterns dance upon the water. "Thank you," she whispers to the sea, feeling Taro's presence, woven into the very fabric of the night. She turns to Hana, her heart full. "Let's walk. There's so much to share." Hana grins, linking her arm with Aiko's. "Always," she replies, her laughter trailing behind them like a song of spring, the village alive with the promise of new beginnings. A gentle breeze rustles through the cherry blossom trees, their petals fluttering to the ground like pink snow. Aiko kneels in the village garden, her fingers tenderly brushing the earth as she plants new saplings. Aiko. It's strange how the heart can feel both heavy and light at the same time. Hana approaches carrying a watering can, her footsteps soft on the grass. Hana. The garden is beautiful, Aiko. You've breathed new life into this place. Aiko. Thank you, Hana. Each blossom feels like a whisper from Taro, a reminder that he's always near. Hana kneels beside her, watching as Aiko pats the earth around a young cherry tree. Hana, I think he'd be proud of you, the way you've tended to this garden, and to your heart. Aiko, smiling softly. It wasn't easy, but, like these saplings, I had to grow through the darkness to find the light. Hana sprinkles water over the freshly planted tree, the droplets gleaming in the sun. Hana, the village is grateful for this garden. It's like stepping into a poem, a place where memories and dreams can bloom. Aiko, nodding, voice filled with warmth. It's become my sanctuary. Here I find peace and connection. They sit in companionable silence, watching the petals dance in the breeze. Aiko leans back, her gaze drifting to the horizon where the sea shimmers. Aiko, how have you been, Hana? Life mustn't stop for those left behind. Hana, life moves like the tides, but I've learned to carry my own memories lightly, as you have shown. Aiko, thoughtfully, we are all part of the same cycle. Each petal that falls, each wave that crashes, Hana, an endless dance of beginnings and endings. Aiko stands, brushing soil from her hands. She surveys the garden with a sense of completion, her heart swelling with gratitude. Aiko, this place, it's a testament to love's resilience, to Taro's spirit, and to ours. Hana rises too, her hand resting gently on Aiko's shoulder. Hana, you have turned grief into something beautiful, Aiko. It's a gift to us all. Aiko, smiling, just as Taro would have wanted, for us to find joy in what remains. The two friends share a moment of understanding, their laughter mingling with the soft rustle of cherry blossoms in the wind. They begin to walk, leaving the garden to flourish under the watchful eyes of the sky. Aiko visits the sea regularly, her heart a vessel of tranquility as she steps onto the familiar path leading to the shore. The morning light dances across the water, weaving golden threads that shimmer with each gentle wave. She pauses, breathing deeply, the scent of salt mingling with the fragrance of cherry blossoms that cling to her memory. As she approaches the shoreline, Hana is already there, her silhouette a graceful shadow against the rising sun. You come here often now, Hana remarks, turning to greet her with a smile that mirrors the dawn's warmth. Yes, Aiko nods, eyes fixed on the horizon. The sea and I have become friends. It speaks to me in ways I didn't understand before. Hana's laughter is like the tinkling of distant chimes. You always were attuned to the whispers of the world, even before Taro. Aiko kneels by the water, her fingers skimming its surface, tracing patterns that dissolve with the tide. He taught me to listen with my heart, to find the music in silence. I feel him in every wave, every breeze. Hana crouches beside her, her gaze soft yet searching. Do you still hear his voice? Not as I did, Aiko replies, her voice a gentle murmur. Now it is more a feeling, a presence, like the sea itself, constant, unwavering. Hana nods, understanding reflected in her eyes. It's a gift, isn't it? To carry him with you, without the weight of sorrow. A gift, Aiko agrees, lifting her eyes to meet Hana's, a quiet joy illuminating her face. And a promise. To cherish each moment, to love fiercely and let go gracefully. The waves lap at their feet, a rhythmic lullaby that soothes as it sings. Hana watches her friend, a sense of peace settling in her heart. You've found your balance, Aiko. The sea has taught you well. Aiko stands, brushing sand from her hands, her movements deliberate, imbued with a newfound serenity. And I will continue to learn. For life is much like the tide, ever-changing, yet always returning. Together they walk along the shore, their steps in sync with the ebb and flow of the ocean. Aiko pauses, turning to the sea one last time before their path leads back to the village. Thank you, she whispers, her words a gentle benediction carried away by the breeze. Hana links her arm through Aiko's, their laughter mingling with the sound of the waves, a melody of friendship and enduring love that echoes across the sands. As they move forward, the sea remains a steadfast companion, its spirit entwined with Aiko's own, a testament to the power of healing and the eternal embrace of the infinite horizon. Aiko kneels at the shore, the sea's gentle murmur a familiar song. She closes her eyes, feeling the cool sand beneath her fingers. The ocean remembers. She whispers, her voice a soft prayer to the waves. Next to her, Hana clasps her hands together, watching the sea with a quiet smile. "Do you feel him here, Aiko?" she asks, her tone light as the breeze that lifts her hair. Aiko nods, her gaze tracing the horizon where sea and sky meld. "Yes, it's as if he's in the air I breathe, in every ripple that touches the shore." She lets out a breath, the remnants of sorrow mingling with the salty air. Hana reaches out, touching Aiko's shoulder with gentle affection. "And in the laughter of the village, in the new blossoms, yes?" Her eyes are lit with the hope of spring, bright and unwavering. Aiko turns to her friend, her smile soft. "Yes, Hana. In everything." She stands, brushing the sand from her hands, the action deliberate and freeing. As they walk along the beach, the sun dips low, painting the world in hues of gold and rose. "You've changed, Aiko," Hana observes, her voice a melody of admiration. "You've found peace." Aiko pauses, looking out to the sea, where lanterns from the village still bob gently on the tide. "I have," she agrees, her heart open to the world around her. "It was the spirit of the sea who showed me the way. And Taro. He taught me to let go, to hold him closer." The waves whisper secrets at their feet, a timeless conversation between land and sea. Hana glances at Aiko, her expression tender. "And now, what will you do?" Aiko's eyes catch the first stars appearing above, constellations of hope in the evening sky. "I will live and love, as he would have wanted. I will nurture the garden, tend to the village, and honor him." With every heartbeat, her words are a vow, carried on the evening breeze. Hana nods, her heart swelling with pride and affection. "Then let's make every moment count. For him. For us." Together, they walk the shore, their laughter mingling with the sound of the sea, a harmonious melody that echoes the rhythm of life. The stars shine brightly above, a celestial dance of remembrance and renewal, guiding them as they step forward into the night and the promise of new beginnings. The sun dips below the horizon, casting a warm blush across the sky as Aiko stands at the edge of the sea, her heart open to the symphony of waves and whispers. The air is serene, carrying the scent of salt and cherry blossoms. She kneels gently, letting her fingers trail through the soft sand, feeling the earth's heartbeat. Beneath her touch, Hana approaches, her presence a gentle shadow beside Aiko. "You've found peace, haven't you?" she asks softly, her voice mingling with the hushed lullaby of the tide. Aiko turns, a tranquil smile illuminating her face. "Yes, Hana. I've learned to listen to the sea with my heart." Hana steps closer, her eyes filled with the warmth of shared understanding. "The stories we weave, they hold us together, like the roots of the cherry trees." Aiko nods, her gaze drifting back to the horizon. "Taro taught me that love is a journey, not an anchor. It flows like the sea, ever moving, ever present." They stand in shared silence, the gentle rhythm of the waves echoing the unspoken bond between them. Hana watches Aiko, sensing the gentle shift in her friend's spirit. "Do you remember that day under the cherry blossoms?" Hana asks, her voice carrying a thread of nostalgia. "When Taro whispered secrets of the sea to us?" Aiko laughs softly, her eyes shining with fond memories. "How could I forget? His dreams were as vast as the ocean, always reaching beyond the horizon. The wind carries their laughter, weaving it into the fabric of the evening." Aiko takes a deep breath, her heart swelling with gratitude for the moments, both past and present. "I visit him here." Aiko gestures to the endless blue. "Not with sorrow, but with joy. He lives in every wave, every breath of wind." Hana smiles, her spirit lifted by Aiko's newfound serenity.